welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. This is the show that gives you everything you need to know before the big game kicks off. Today's big game here at Pride Park Stadium, where Championship football returns, Derby County hosting Middlesbrough. There's been some bad blood between these clubs off the pitch in recent years. They haven't met on the field since the 21-22 season, a goalless draw here in the August, followed by a 4-1 defeat at the Riverside for the Rams in February. Middlesbrough have made a great start to the new season, winners over Swansea on opening day and at Leeds United on Wednesday in the Carabao Cup. The Rams lost at Blackburn on opening night, but got the better of Chesterfield in the Cup here on Tuesday evening. And both clubs made signings on the eve of today's game. More on Middlesbrough's later, but we'll start with Derby, who finally have their new goalkeeper in the building. 6'6" Sweden international Jakob Widell Zetterström.
Feels amazing. Great to be here. Yeah, I can't wait enough.
The manager's had his eye on you for a little while. It's been a move that people have heard about for a few weeks. How has it been, the process from your point of view?
Well, it's definitely been a long one, and yeah, considering it has been, it's been quite a tough one as well. Like mentally, perhaps thinking you might move next week and then having a game the day after. It's been a difficult one, but it's also been an amazing journey, and I'm very happy to be here.
You've been playing throughout, as you say, and some important matches for your previous club as well. Said your big goodbyes on Thursday. It looked emotional. How was it?
Yeah, like you said, it looked emotional, and it really was. I've been in Djurgården basically my entire football career, and I've played there in that stadium for 4 years straight now, and goodbyes is always difficult, and especially if you've had such a great time that I've had. I knew it was going to be emotional, but still you can't really prepare for that.
But I think I've read your dream has always been to play in England at some stage in your career, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. I've been following English football my entire life, and to actually be here and to play, it's just a dream come true. How
excited are you to join Derby County as well, to make that move to England?
Extremely excited. It's a huge club, amazing fans, and yeah, I'm extremely excited.
We saw you chatting to the head coach, Paul Warne, a little earlier. What's he said to you throughout this process?
We've had some conversations, like on and off. He's been following my games, making sure I didn't get injured. But no, he's just been like supporting me throughout this period. And same with goalkeeper coach Andy, just emphasizing that focus on the game, and what happens, and it will happen when it happens. So, and that's, yeah, I just have a great feeling to be here and working with these guys, and yeah.
I know you've only been in the country a couple of hours and here at Moor Farm for an hour or so. Have you met any of the teammates yet? Any of the boys have you seen?
Yeah, met everyone when they came in after their practice. Great guys. Everybody welcomed me straight away, and yeah, can't look forward. I'm looking extremely forward to playing with them.
Yeah, Derby play their first home league game of the season on Saturday. Big crowd expected. How excited are you to meet the supporters for the first time?
Super excited. It's going to be amazing. Derby fans, well, I mean, just to experience this atmosphere it's going to be just amazing.
Well, Paul Warne has been chasing Jakob Widell Zetterström for a while. The Derby boss very pleased to finally have his man in the building.
Yeah, it's been a long, protracted public signing. I think it's probably the best way to put it. and I still haven't seen him. So until I do see him, don't send this out. But yeah, really pleased. He, which was highly reported. He came over, had his medical. I didn't see him, so I didn't have to lie and say I had seen him. I hadn't. So he came over and had his medical a few weeks ago, and it was all organised between the clubs. Obviously, it'd been nicer to have him in a lot earlier to get integrated with the lads and the team. But he comes in now, got a few games that happened before the international break, and then get some good training in him then. But luckily, he has been playing, so it's not like he's ring rusty. But he just, as for any signing, they don't just fly in today on a private helicopter. Not that he is, by the way, before everyone gets excited. We drop him in and then just goes, go on, they're the gloves, like Josh is in the net, and it's Jacob's job to get him out of it.
You've been prepared to wait for him, so clearly you must be a fan. What is it you like about him, apart from the fact he's 6'6", which helps?
Yeah, I do like big goalkeepers. I like all players that have got a physical presence. I do like goalkeepers that come for stuff, come for crosses, and if they have to sometimes come to the penalty spot and take risks, I do like that. I've liked that with all my goalkeepers, and distribution is key as well. But fundamentally, they can all make saves before someone writes into you and says, "Well, can you make a save?" So obviously, he can make saves, but he's at a good age. He's had good experience, and yeah, we're really pleased. He's been on our shopping list since the week of the Matlock game, really. And we've been trying to do everything we can to get him in since. And, through no fault of the lad, respect for the club he played for, they wanted to keep him in for the European games, which wasn't ideal for us. And the other choice was to, go away and get your second choice. But as we stand here now, it was the right thing to do. And a lot of support from everyone in the club to make it happen. So I'm pleased.
And more from the Derby boss later in the warm-up. Right now, let's take a look at the rest of the weekend in the Championship. A 96th minute winner earned Coventry victory over Oxford United last night. Two other matches at 12:30 today, with Portsmouth hosting Luton and Leeds heading to West Brom. Burnley against Cardiff is one of 7 3:00 games, the first 3:00 kickoffs in the Championship this season. Sunderland and Sheffield Wednesday bring things to a close tomorrow. Now, those teams both looking to make it 2 wins out of 2 in the Championship. So are today's visitors, Middlesbrough. Derby out to stop that happening, including forward Kane Jackson, who scored his first Rams goal in the Carabao Cup against Chesterfield on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's always nice to score, but, the main aim of the night was to get through to the next round, and, yeah, thankfully we did that.
You watched a good chunk of the game before coming on later on. What did you make of the performance overall?
Yeah, obviously a lot of changes, both sides, and early stages of the season, it's always, you're never going to have your, you're never going to be in your full flow. But no, I thought the lads played some good stuff, created plenty of chances. On another day, we score more goals. But yeah, no, like I said before, it was just about winning, getting through to the next round.
You're a couple of months into your Derby career now. I just wanted to ask a little bit about the adjustments that you've made since coming here, because your last club for quite a while. How long does it take for this place to feel normal?
To be honest, after the first week, I had a really good feel. I felt really comfortable with the lads. Was enjoying the training, albeit it was very tough. But yeah, no, I had like I said before, I had a really good feeling, and it felt right. It felt like home. So. I think that's definitely helped, the kind of adjustment period. And then, yeah, it's all about now making relationships on the pitch. You saw Friday that there's glimpses there of, a good team. The lads, we need to connect with each other a bit more and hopefully, understand each other a little bit more. And yeah, when we do get to that point, I'm sure, it'll be a very good side.
I get the sense, and seeing it firsthand in Spain, how well you get on off the field as a group. How much does that help the relationships on the field?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, definitely. It's all about understanding, and the quicker you can kind of get that understanding both on and off the pitch, the better you are as a team. I think the best teams from last seasons were the tight knit groups. I came from you know, a very tight-knit group, and I think that definitely showed on the pitch. You know, you have some very good sides in the Championship. You have some very good individual players, but you know, some teams showed last season you can have, you know, the best individual players in the league, but doesn't mean that you're going to get promotion or be successful.
You had your first Pride Park experience on Tuesday. A good atmosphere, but I dare say Saturday will be a little busier and a little louder. How much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I was just saying then. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it very much so. You know, the last competitive game that I played at Pride Park, or should I say was involved in at Pride Park, you know, the atmosphere was incredible. So yeah, to be on the other side of that now and to get to experience it, you know, with a Derby shirt on is something that I'm looking forward to very much.
You faced Middlesbrough last season, of course. Watched them last night. You were saying it's a tough game, but I guess there are no easy games in the Championship, to use the cliche. Yeah, no, exactly.
You know, you know what you're going to get with them. They're a very good footballing side. You know, they love to control the ball and love to control the tempo. And I think they showed a little bit of a different side last night that, you know, I didn't really see much last season, with which you know quick on the counter attack and lethal going forward at pace. So yeah, they seem to have to built on what they did the last couple of years, you know, possession wise and stuff like that, and yeah, seem to have you know, rounded up nicely. So yeah, hopefully we can stop their threats, but hopefully we can pose them, you know, some threats as well.
That's Derby forward Caden Jackson. Now, we told you about Derby's new signing already, but Middlesbrough brought in a new face yesterday too, signing striker Tommy Conway from Bristol City for around £5 million. But today could be about a record for another Borough frontman. That man is Emmanuel Latte-Lat, who's in frightening form going back to last season. He got the only goal in the win over Swansea on opening day, and if he scores this lunchtime, that will be goals in 8 consecutive Championship games, and that will be a new league record. And Middlesbrough are amongst the bookies' favourites to win promotion this season, and they were impressive on Wednesday night as well, winning at Leeds in the Carabao Cup. Derby head coach Paul Warne was there to see it.
Yeah, they were good, obviously. I mean, they started, they ended the season really well. They've always been a good team. I think they only missed out on the playoffs by about 4 or 5 points, and I think they didn't have a great start to last season without sounding like a historian, like I'm a stalker, but obviously I've done a bit of work on them. The way they play, they're really good on transition, counter-attacks. They have pace, and they have a real purpose to how they play. They've played a certain way in the last 2 games. It doesn't mean they're going to play like that against us, but predominantly they're nearly a 4-4-2 out of possession. They drop off, let you have it. But when they get it, wowzer, they are springing pace all over the place, and that's what ended up, you know, getting them the victory last night. Or most of their goals were off winning the ball in their own half and just getting at you at pace. So it's sort of a polished version of ourselves, I think.
Saturday sees Championship football back at Pride Park. What do you expect from the players at home this season, and maybe from the fans as well, because you'll need them?
Yeah, we will need them. I mean, I don't want to be the guy who comes out and bleats, but every fan, every club needs their home fans, and our home fans have a massive advantage over virtually everyone bar Leeds, I think. I think Leeds are the only one who seems to eclipse us. So the home fans and the positivity around the place and the flags and staying with the team is absolutely essential. And then everyone plays a part in all the points we can collect at home. I think the lads will enjoy playing at home. I've just spoke to Kenzo at the coffee machine, ironically, initially telling him about Leeds, saying, look, you'll enjoy playing at Leeds. It's a really loud place, and, you know, not many clubs have over 30,000 for a League Cup game. So, and obviously he's looking forward to playing a part at the weekend. So it'd be nice for the new lads to see Pride Park full, and hopefully most people, it'll be a warm day, turns up in a Derby shirt, then it's a great memory and a great you know, introduction to life as a Derby player. But I'm expecting us to play well at home, obviously. But there will be times at home when you play certain teams, you won't have the ball as much as you want. That is the simple fact. I'd be lying if I said that we're going to have 60% possession and dominate teams. That is lunacy. You have to be realistic. We're going to have some tough games, some hard-fought games, but enjoyable games. And like when me and Rich drove to Leeds last night, we were saying like it's great being back in the Champ, and there's a reason why players don't want to drop out of the Champ, or management teams don't want to, because they're all great teams, all great clubs, you know, all great training grounds, all great traditions, all great histories. So it's where you want to be, and it's nice to, you know, obviously bring it back here and to enjoy the season for what it brings. There'll be, you know, many swings and roller coaster rides on the way. But yeah, I expect the lads to perform really well at home, and I would like to think that fans understand the situation and will enjoy it for what it is and support the team, which they have every day since we've been here.
That's Derby boss Paul Warne, and this was the build-up from RamsTV. We're back at midday with Matchday Live. You can watch Derby County against Middlesbrough with RamsTV everywhere outside the UK this lunchtime. So get your Game Pass now at dcfc.co.uk. Until then, goodbye.